The contrast is clear: heavily oxidized, unsafe oil versus the intentional choice of fresh, golden olive oil. Behind these simple visual differences lies a long story about how each oil was handled. In some informal kitchens, oil is reused many times and left exposed to dust, heat, and crowding. Modern production of premium oils begins in controlled environments designed around safety and quality. Olives are washed and protected from contamination before any oil is extracted.
Overheating reused oil can break it down and generate compounds that are not meant to be eaten regularly.
Safer kitchens control heat and rely on fresh oil and simple tools to stay within safer temperature ranges.
Stored improperly near heat and light, olive oil can quickly turn rancid. But as you can see, a cool, dark. Labels and dates offer useful clues, even if they cannot guarantee perfection.
The film will explore unsafe practices, clean production, and practical steps people can take in daily life.
In some informal settings, used oil is simply moved around without clear separation from waste or cleaning areas.
Open containers placed near dirty water and cleaning tools increase the chance that oil will pick up unwanted particles. Straining removes large crumbs, but cannot reverse the chemical changes caused by prolonged heating.
Repeated heating can create breakdown products that may irritate the digestive system if consumed too often.
Without proper labeling, it is easy to lose track of how long oil has been stored, or even what kind of oil it is.
Tools moving from raw to cooked food without washing can circulate contaminants through the oil and the dishes. To the customer, this looks like a normal snack. But the history of the oil remains invisible.
These choices follow people home, shaping what families eat, even when they never saw how the oil was handled.
Mixing fresh oil into heavily used oil may improve appearance, but does not undo underlying degradation.
Keeping oil hot for long stretches, day after day, accelerates breakdown, especially in crowded, poorly ventilated spaces.
When raw ingredients and utensils are not controlled, the risks add up, alongside the way the oil is handled. Open containers allow dust and airborne particles to slowly find their way into oil. Cleaning tools themselves can become another source of contamination when not replaced or sanitized regularly.
In some markets, oil is repackaged with no clear traceability for origin, batch, or date.
For many families, price is a key factor, but lack of information makes it harder to judge quality and safety. Heavily used oil clings more stubbornly to the food. This changes not only the flavor, but also how much oil is consumed with each bite. People often notice the smell and smoke, but not the less visible changes happening inside the oil. Messages about freshness usually refer to the food itself, not the age or quality of the oil used to cook it. When many activities are compressed into one small space, it becomes harder to keep oil clean and under control. These examples do not represent every kitchen, but when practices like these occur, they can raise the risk of foodborne illness and discomfort.
Clean, high-quality oils begin far from the kitchen, on the land where the raw ingredients are grown.
Careful harvesting helps protect the fruit from bruising and early spoilage.
Batch codes and records allow producers to trace each lot from field to bottle. Once the olives reach the mill, a controlled environment takes over to reduce contamination and maintain quality. The washing systems remove dust, leaves, and foreign objects before processing begins. Contact with clean water reduces surface contamination and prepares olives for crushing.
Sorting systems reject damaged fruit and non-olive material that could affect both flavor and safety.
Personal protective equipment helps keep both the product and the people working with it safer.
In sealed systems, olives are crushed into paste without unnecessary exposure to dust or outside air. Temperature and time controls help prevent overheating, preserving beneficial compounds and reducing unwanted byproducts. The paste is gently kneaded in closed tanks, letting oil droplets merge while limiting contact with air. Centrifuges separate oil from water and solids to create a cleaner product without harsh additional treatments.
Sampled batches are tested to check basic indicators like acidity and oxidation. Simple lab equipment can detect when an oil does not meet basic quality or authenticity standards.
If results show problems, batches can be held back or blended according to internal rules to protect consumers. For premium oils, sensory panels assess aroma and taste, looking for defects that machines cannot detect alone. Once approved, the oil rests in sealed tanks, protected from light and air until bottling. Tracking information stays with every batch, so producers can trace and respond if a problem is discovered later. Automated filling controls volume and reduces direct human contact, lowering the chance of contamination.
Freshly produced oil is bottled under controlled conditions to preserve flavor and stability. Secure closures help keep air out and reduce the risk of tampering or accidental spills. Labels provide essential information about what the bottle contains and how to store it safely.
Lot codes allow entire shipments to be traced back if a quality issue is ever discovered. Human eyes still play a crucial role, catching issues machines might miss.
Finished bottles are packed for transport in packaging designed to protect them from light and impact.
Automation at the end of the line reduces manual handling and helps maintain consistent hygiene.
In storage, temperature and humidity are monitored so the oil does not degrade before reaching the shelf.
Our controlled logistics ensure the product is protected as it travels to stores and restaurants.
Responsible kitchens track deliveries and note dates and origins for every oil they use.
Stock rotation helps ensure oil is used within its intended shelf life, reducing waste and risk.
Safer kitchens add oil in controlled amounts to clean pans instead of refilling endlessly from the same old pot. Monitoring temperature prevents oil from reaching its smoke point, reducing off flavors and unwanted compounds.
High-quality oils are often used sparingly as a finishing ingredient to highlight flavor, rather than as a deep-frying medium.
Used oil can be collected for proper recycling instead of being mixed back into food production.
Clear internal guidelines help teams remember how often oil should be changed and how it should be stored.
Timed changeovers and logged temperature checks turn safety into a repeatable routine. Decanting oil into clean, labeled containers for short-term use helps control exposure and track turnover.
Even in professional spaces, simple habits like cool storage, sealed bottles, and limited light make a real difference.
The difference between unmanaged and managed oil often comes down to training, resources, and priorities.
Even the best oil still depends on how it is handled, from orchard to bottle, and from kitchen to plate.
To understand the risks, we can think in terms of how oil is produced, how it is used, and how it is stored.
Repeated heating gradually changes oil and may contribute to digestive discomfort when eaten often.
Darker, more viscous oil is more likely to have been heated for long periods or many times.
Laboratory tests can measure factors like oxidation, though consumers rarely see these numbers directly.
People can watch for signs such as excessive smoke at normal cooking temperatures, very dark color, strong off smells.
Many people store oil near heat or light, and sometimes in containers that give few clues about what is inside.
A safer routine uses sealed bottles with readable labels and storage away from heat sources.
More containers do not always mean more choice, and can sometimes mean less clarity. If oil smells sharp, stale, or unpleasant, it may be time to replace it, even if the bottle is not empty. When used thoughtfully, premium oils can truly complement fresh foods, enhancing the flavors without overpowering them.
A straightforward checklist can give your decisions. Look at the color, smell for freshness, and always check the label for quality.
Look for unusual color or particles, smell for rancid or harsh notes, and check origin, date, and clear descriptions.
When there is a choice, it helps to prefer products that say who made them, what they contain, and how to use them.
What kind of oil is used for frying?
We use this canola blend right here.
It's reasonable to ask questions, and many food businesses are proud to explain.
Step by step, small actions like choosing, asking, storing, and changing oil add up to safer meals.
We cannot change every kitchen at once, but we can influence our own habits and the places we choose to support.
Awareness does not require perfection. It means gradually shifting towards safer, clearer choices.
Every drop of oil carries a journey from fields through factories to kitchens and plates, with chances to protect or neglect at each stage.
Premium oils handled with care can support diverse, wholesome meals, and even simple oils can be safer when treated with respect.
By asking, observing, and choosing carefully, people can protect themselves and those they cook for even without seeing every